It was a much windier day when I was here last time at North Wheel Basset. This is Lyle's shaft. It's a pumping engine house. So I just thought I'd start the walk here. You can see the area is littered with these engine houses and pumping houses. It's a very different place at this time of year, now that the leaves are on the trees. You can still see the lichens, the beard lichens, but they're not so obvious now. Hopefully you can see some there. These are willows. I can hear a chiff-chaff and others, great tits. I think I can hear a wren. Here the beard lichens are particularly obvious. This particular branch may be dead, I think, or it doesn't have any leaves on it from there, but that means that we can really see the lichens on it. I'll try and show you up close. They are truly amazing. I can also hear a blackcap. And a robin. The hawthorn here is in full bloom, although it still isn't at my house. I'm a little bit higher than this part of the walk, but lower than the highest part of it. It smells so strong. The last time I was here, the bracken was still brown, and now, as you can see, it's all green again. I can do lots of printmaking from bracken because it's a bit of a pest. There are also a variety of other ferns here as well. These higher parts of the county, like here, seem to be green for about 6 months, and then that beautiful rust colour for the other 6 months when the bracken turns and the leaves turn. It changes quite dramatically at this time of year though, I think. The cow parsley is just so gorgeous at the moment. It's actually starting to go to seed in some places, but these clouds of white mixed with still a few bits of blue from the bluebells and speedwell. You see the little wren there, tiny little wren, and also there were lots of red campions, and now these foxgloves coming into flower. Oh, blackbird. Still a few bluebells around here. I'm now heading uphill towards the castle, Carn Brea Castle. You can tell I'm heading uphill because I'm puffing and panting. The castle was built as a hunting lodge, Victorian times, for the Basset family. This is the highest point in this part of Cornwall, and it's quite a steep walk up to it. As you can see now though, the landscape here is entirely different now that the deep rust colour of the bracken has given way to the lush green. That's the town of Redruth over there. Just stopped to listen to the whitethroats. One of them's just flying around here. Perfect gorsey territory for whitethroats. The whitethroat was just ahead of me. You can hear I'd done it because it was in competition with for a little while. The whitethroat seems to have moved off now. Whilst I'm here though, there are some apple trees or fruit trees just there with blossom. This is going to be really windy. There's these rocks littered around the landscape here. And I'm just the other side of the monument now. I can do a full panorama from here. Pretty much except that rock's in the way of the landscape. The wind noise is so loud here, I've had to mute it quite a lot, so you might hear me talking in the background with the wind. I'm just doing a panorama of the landscape, just past the 4 lanes mast. That's my house over there, right in the far distance. And then we're coming round to look at potentially Penzance, where I'm looking now, but you can't probably see anything on the coast there. Panning round further towards St Ives and Hale and Carbis Bay. Oh sorry, you can see the coast down to Penzance over there, and we can see across to St Ives there. In the west, it's a slightly misty day, so you can't see the coastline so clearly. Urbanisations in Cornwall. But you can pick out the major urbanisations of Camborne and then Poole, and then we continue round to see Redruth, which is just behind the monument. There's a legend about a giant who used to live on Carn Brea. And I often think that his face might look like that. It's kind of like a character from Alien, actually, isn't it? It looks like a bird from another angle as well. It changes its personality depending on where you're standing. And now around the other side, those are the rocks there that I was standing on. I did the panorama. Just walk round the bottom of the monument and away from it. And I'm going to be heading down a little narrow track, which last time I was here, the moss was amazing, and that was the really interesting part of the walk for me, seeing all the moss. And I find that quite interesting that at different times of year and on different days and different weather conditions, there's different things that you're alerted to. It's not necessarily because they're not there all the year round, it's just because you've tuned into them on that particular day, I think, sometimes. So the moss is still here, but because there's other things that have kind of taken over from it, it's not so obvious. It's actually darkened quite a lot, the moss. So it was really brilliant bright green when I was down here in the winter, and now it's sort of darkened to almost a sort of muddy taupey colour. And the bracken is, as it's growing up, it's taking over everything really. The bluebells have just had chance to finish flowering, but now the bracken is taking over from it and everything else. The moss has definitely changed colour. Of ochre-y colour now, like a ochre mixed with green. Still loads of it though. But I think it's only obvious this time because I'm really looking for it. particular hawthorn is just covered in blossom. So beautiful. Just dropped right back down into the little willow woodland. It's also got sycamore trees in it and other trees as well, but it's mostly willow. Not even a breeze down here by comparison with up at the top of the hill. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe.